Big 12 time. Let's talk about our boy out in Salt Lake City, Kyle Whittingham and the Utah Utes. And last year, my goodness, it was them and Kansas State or Oklahoma State. Those are the top three in the Big 12. Just didn't quite come together for Utah or Oklahoma State. But this year they're tied for the fourth best odds to win the Big 12. They're a CFP sleeper because the only one team made it from the Big 12 last year. And that was Arizona State, the champion. So 7-1. If you want to bet on Utah to win the Big 12 right now, the win total is 7.5. Your boys, Witt, Morgan Scalley, and Jason Beck. Tell me about them.
I think it's the best trio of head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator in the Big 12 right now. I think that hire of Jason Beck by Whittingham was unbelievable, man. Whittingham is one of those coaches that stays loyal to his guys. So for him to get rid of an offensive coordinator and to get rid of one of his boys like that and to go hire somebody, and then the hire that he makes and Jason Beck, look, we ain't got to sit here and talk about it forever, but if you want to go look at what New Mexico, the Lobos, did last year offensively, the numbers that they put up. And Jason Beck's resume overall. I mean, he's with Bronco Mendenhall for a long time. He's coached some really good quarterbacks in his day. Taysom Hill is an example of a quarterback that he coached back in the day. Was a longtime QB's coach, got his chance to be an offensive coordinator. He's been really good ever since. And he's bringing his quarterback with him. And one of the most exciting players in college football that the majority of the country has not seen play yet, and they will this year. And Devin Dampier, due to 2,800 yards passing and 1,100 yards rushing last year and 31 touchdowns.
He's very similar breakout wise to Damon Williams.
Agreed. And some people would say, well, he put up those numbers last year. Didn't he break out last year? Hey, real quick, look at the bottom of this screen and hit that subscribe button for us, please. And also follow us on Apple and Spotify. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps us out a ton. We greatly appreciate it. If you're listening to this, you are an absolute ball junkie if you watched a bunch of Devin Dampier last year, okay? Point is the majority of college football did not watch a bunch of New Mexico football last year, okay? Yeah. So there will be a lot more eyes on him now, obviously being QB1 for Utah. So he is absolutely going to be a breakout candidate. And that's where it all starts, man. That's where it all starts and ends with Utah.
Yep.
They've got to be healthy, man, at the quarterback position. Nobody the last couple of years has been bitten by the injury bug more and has honestly been held hostage by a situation than the Cam Rising deal. Hey, real quick, is Cam Rising still questionable? Jesus Christ.
Forever.
He's forever questionable. I want to see injury reports every week that Utah puts out, and I just want them to be funny and put Cam Rising questionable every single week still, even though he's not even on the roster. They just got to stay healthy at QB, man. Let me tell you what Utah has done the last few years that they've had is to quarterback healthy. Let's see here. In 2021 and 2022, they went to back-to-back Rose Bowls in the Pac-12. 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2022, they played in the Pac-12 championship game. The only year they didn't play in the Pac-12 championship game was that goofy COVID year.
Yep.
So, point is, they're sitting there playing for their conference championships and playing in the biggest bowl games when they have a healthy quarterback. So, if Devin Dampier can stay healthy, I think this Utah team's got every bit of a chance to win this wide open Big 12. And the reason is because the coaching staff is so freaking good. The defense under Morgan Scalley is always going to be good. Utah last year couldn't get a first down on offense, and they still had the number 2 defense in the Big 12 and one of the better defenses in the country. They've got arguably the best offensive tackle duo in the entire country. If you look at NFL draft boards right now, Spencer Fanu and Caleb Lemieux are right tackle, left tackle. Both of them are projected first-round picks on a lot of these mock drafts that you're seeing right now. So experienced O-line.
Yeah. If they stay healthy, Dampier is going to stay healthy.
I agree. So I'm not worried about the defense. If Dampier stays healthy, I think this Utah team has a shot to make some serious noise in the Big 12 this year. I just think, again, we might even be guilty of this right now with this Utah team. Like, even our Big 12 rankings that we came out with, I'm almost thinking, like, man, did we forget about our boy Witt with those?
Yeah, we had him 7th.
Yeah, did we forget how good Witt really is and this Utah bunch can be? I think the rest of the country has. Why? Just because last year they weren't great and they had all these injuries at quarterback. Dude, if Cam Rising would have been healthy, all year last year. Do we really think Utah would have been as booty as they were last year?
Probably not, but like in our defense, the Big 12 is just so hard to predict.
It
Like
is,
it's just
man.
so hard to rank teams.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But as far as the schedule goes, I mean, look, Big 12 schedules in general, it doesn't matter, like, because it's so wide open.
Mhm.
You could look at every team's schedule and be like, dang, I mean, you don't look at anybody's schedule and go, well, there's guaranteed wins, guaranteed wins.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just it's. I mean, it's hard to predict.
pretty balanced.
It is. But and good news is we all know how hard it is to play at Rice Eccles. Rice Eccles Stadium at Utah is an absolute snake pit to go play in. And they get the best teams that they play on their schedule, the majority of them. Arizona State, who most people have power ranked as the number one team in the Big 12, returning Big 12 champs. They go to Rice Eccles. They get Texas Tech at home. They get Kansas State at home. Now, their road games, again, all these teams are solid. The Holy War, they'll go to Provo in that beautiful setting. They would go to Waco and play Baylor. They play at Kansas against a solid team with Lance Leipold, and that Kansas punch is going to be solid again. And Morgantown's a tough place to play. And Rich Rod's first year there at West Virginia. So, but as I
There's
look
gonna be
at
a
this-
lot of late Saturday nights staying up watching games in Salt Lake City.
Oh, I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to it. But I do think this Utah, again, here's the thing with Big 12 teams, by the way. The magic number is not 10-2. The magic number is win the Big 12.
Yeah.
Now, 10-2 to be considered amongst the at-larges, but Utah just needs to win the Big 12. Do I think they can? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to without winning the conference, like you're gonna have to prove on the field that you're a very power rated heavy team,
Mhm.
And that you can you're not just getting blown out. You're not losing games by flukes or anything like that.